don't try to be like everybody just because you want to fit in. Don't try to change your style. So if you're starting high school or you're just curious about like what to expect or what you want to do or where you want to go, this video is for you. So stay tuned. I just thought of this idea because I've been thinking about it. I was like, oh, I guess I could share about what to expect in high school. If I'm looking down, it's because of my laptop. I know grade 10 feels like a big deal. It feels like a big deal when you're about to start, your anxiety, you're scared, you don't know what to expect. But looking back, there are like a few things that I wish I knew before entering high school in general. I feel like it would have made everything so much easier for me. And so point one is to be yourself. Don't stress out about fitting in because obviously in high school there are different standards and there are different people around you. And also there's that like social pressure of trying to be someone or like be like everybody when you're not really like everybody. So just remain yourself. Don't try to be like everybody just because you want to fit in. Don't try to change your style. Don't change the way you're talking. Don't change, the way you see things because some people will try to change it and influence you into doing something you don't really want to do. So high school can feel like, a big popularity contest or fashion show, but honestly, the people who really matter will like you for you. So the people who want to be your friend will like you because of your fun personality. The people who will like you is because for you it's because they like the way you dress, they like the way you put yourself together, they like the way that you're smart, they're like, oh, you're smart, I want to get close to you. And also trying to fit in with the crowd isn't your vibe. Definitely exhausting and honestly not worth it's not worth it. And it's way better to find friends who get you and also support you for who you are. There are people who just try to befriend you but they're not really your friends. You call them acquaintances. So don't stress out about fitting in because you're just stepping into high school. Just be yourself, just be honest to yourself. Now the second point is to definitely manage your time early. So what I mean by that is that time management is definitely your best friend because there's gonna be a lot of courses that you definitely do. I remember that I think I had to take like 6 courses or something. So it's definitely gonna be back to back, and sometimes you just need time to study for one thing, but then you have something the next day. So you need to plan out the assignments that you have due, and then if you see that it's back to back, then pick the ones that is actually the most important one. For example, you have an assignment that's like worth 5% or 10%, and then you have a unit test or a quiz coming up. I would definitely say go for the quiz, go study for that quiz, and go study for that test so that you know that okay, I'm 100% ready for the test. The assignment you can always finish like next time and just finish it and hand it in and get it done, but the quiz is definitely go, and unit test exams are definitely going to be worth a ton more than your assignment is going to be worth. So definitely I would say take accountability and also prioritize the ones that actually really really matter, you really really need to focus on. So that's one of them. Just write down your assignments, tests that can save you from last minute panic. When you hand in stuff early, you're like, okay, now I have free time to do other things that I wanted to do. Now for point three is that to get involved in sports or clubs. Now the only issue is like great time, yes, it's the perfect time to actually explore the sports, like explore clubs and stuff outside of class, and like join clubs. Definitely if you're trying to build yourself up into university, I would definitely say advise you to join clubs, but not just joining clubs or sport and being a member. I feel like that's what I did, not just joining sports and being a member of the team, but trying to be something like a leader, like trying to push yourself a little bit higher than just being a member, because then that would help you more in the future. And for sports, this is a perfect time to try out for sports or volunteer, because like not only does it help you meet new people, it also helps you build, like boost your confidence, and also gives you cool experiences to talk about later on. And like university or in the job applications, you have experiences. Now the thing about sports is that you shouldn't just join a random sport. You should definitely join join the sports that you feel like is because everything costs money. Everything about is expensive or so and so. If you are a type that like that's good at everything, you should pick the one that you feel like you like the most, like you are actually really really good at, you really really like it the most. Don't just join a random sport just because. Also, you would need to have commitment. There's going to be commitment on top of that. Your schoolwork is going to be on there, so you need to know how to juggle that together. And if you know that you cannot juggle your sports, I would say do not take more than one sport, because that's going to be a lot of time commitment that you're going to be making. And you're going to have to also, because you're trying to build up your grade 10, build it up before entering grade 11. So you're just new to high school and you want to build it up. You don't want to start from low. You want to start from high and then just keep on building yourself up. Next point is, don't be afraid to ask for help. Yeah, I know it's a new environment. That's what I felt. It was a new environment. Everywhere is new. I'm like, I don't know these people. I better talk to some people. I just stick with my close friends. But don't be afraid to ask for help. It's a huge one. And whether it's from teachers, counselors, well, sometimes counselors can be of great help. Sometimes it's not really of great help. So most people or friends, but asking questions is not a sign of weakness. I would definitely say, like, it's not a sign. Asking questions is not a sign of, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, or like, oh, I'm dumb in this, or I don't know how to do this, or I don't really like, how am I supposed to do it? Like, people are gonna look down at me and be like, oh yeah, you don't know this, you don't know this, then that means you're not smart. That's not what asking questions is gonna reflect. It means that it shows that you're actually trying to understand the concept.
Ask the question that would actually benefit you in a way, not just a question that is like a yes or no answer, but ask a question that's structured in a way that is like actually like it on like it comes together in a structured way, like it even brings more questions out.
Sometimes people, struggle silently when a quick question, could have just saved you stress. Instead of pondering on one thing every single time in like for like 45 minutes, you could have just asked a quick question, gotten your answer, and then you're back to yourself trying to do your work. Next point is that you should definitely keep up with homework. Don't wait till last minute, because this is going to affect you in grade 11 and 12, because now you're building that habit of, oh, I'll just finish my assignment last minute. Because I feel like most people try to tend to do that, because sometimes like when you finish it last minute, that's when the ideas comes in. But I would definitely advise that when you get an assignment, you should definitely look into that assignment at the same day. So look at the assignments, and then when you look at the assignment, you're like, okay, this like, and see which one is easy to finish first before you move on to the next thing. That you already know that, okay, I've started from part A. Now I just need to do part B probably later on. So we're not trying to like cram it or and finish it on the same day that it's due. You could also always look at your assignments first as soon as you get it, so that you understand if it's going to be a hard, long session, or it's going to be something quick and easy that you can finish on time. Also, if you feel like it's hard and you don't understand it yet, just write down a couple of bullet points of like the ideas. For example, they said make a project. Just write down ideas that you feel like you want to try out, so that when it's like the almost the end of the day, then you have ideas that you can do and put into work. You're fresh from the boat going into high school, grade 10. It was Canada, so it's grade 10. The next point is that you should definitely not skip your classes, because some people like tend to be like, oh, like, I don't know, on my final year, the amount of people I saw, like, the amount of grade 10s I saw that were skipping class every single day, I was like, wait, on my spirit I see a bunch of grade 10s, and I'm like, wait, hold up, you guys are supposed to be in class right now. You should be learning your materials. Don't try to act tough. Don't try to be like, oh yeah, they should, like, don't, like I said before in the beginning, be yourself. Don't try to act tough. And also, like, keep to yourself. Sometimes when you share an idea, people steal that idea, or sometimes they downgrade that idea and you end up not doing it. So definitely don't skip your classes, because when you start skipping classes, you find out that you're not doing well in the classes that or the subjects that you're supposed to be doing. Don't try to act nonchalant. Don't try to act nonchalant. Okay, so definitely don't skip your classes. And the top last one is that you should definitely study. When I say you should definitely study, I mean study. If you don't know how to study, here's a quick tip of how to study. First off, you get the subjects that you have. If your teacher is not really like teaching it the way you want to understand it, learn it by yourself. do some practice. If you want more practice and you're not really doing that well in one of the things or one of the areas, I would say take that area and then put it into chat gpt and ask it to create more questions like the ones that you are having a hard time with, because then it's going to help you build that foundation of like, okay, now there's more problem solving of the same question. Now you're able to then understand that hard question that you weren't able to solve before, or you weren't able to answer. Definitely want to start your freshman year, or whatever they call it, grade 10, right? You want to start your grade 10 year
at the top, because when you start at the bottom, it discourages the person. Then you have to do summer school, but sometimes you can also like take classes ahead in summer school in order to go into grade 10 or whatever it is. I would definitely say just make sure that everything is in order.
So yeah, these are the tips for starting grade 10 or just starting or going into high school. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button and also subscribe, because I'm going to be posting and sharing more advice about what to expect when going into grade 11 and grade 12. Also comment down below if you have any questions or your own tips. I did love to like hear them down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and also good luck in your new school year or any EJS entry school year. Don't be scared to ask for help. It's going to be fun, I promise. There will be people you might not like, but just know that everyone is not your friend, some are acquaintances, and make sure you find a friend group that suits your own likes and suits your own beliefs. Yes, guys, I see you in my next video. Hopefully, you had fun, and hopefully, took something away from this. Have fun in high school, and enjoy. Just enjoy, and also keep these thoughts in mind. Bye.